Hello, welcome to today's collective general reading. As always, remember to use your own discernment, join with intention, and allow the messages to be received with an open heart. So, I just recorded a video going into some messages that wanted to come through. It was a lot of story, talking through symbol, and didn't really get into the cards. So this is a continuation on the energy that reading brought through. And as I started hitting record, I'm like, we're going to be going into the Starseed deck. I'll keep that off to the side for me. Okay. So what message? Okay, this was also something that had been coming through is, let me get my handy dandy. Messages speaking through multiplicitous languages, cosmological resignation, apprehension. And when I say I speak Japanese, what I mean is I studied Japanese, we're talking about 15 years ago. And I think at the time I could say I was like fluent enough to like live and hang out and talk and understand, you know what I mean? Probably, maybe I was like, I think I had passed N1, or not that I had taken them, but I think I would have been more N2. If you know what Japanese proficiency is, that makes sense. And although I haven't really spoken Japanese with people in like a decade, I still think in Japanese sometimes. There are still some ways that I wish to communicate that don't come through English. And so I've been toying with the idea of maybe doing some messages in all Japanese, but I'm also like, my fluency is not quite the same. But when the message arrives with intention for Nihongo no messenger, and that didn't even feel like it really was. When something wants to be spoken through Japanese, I'm going to speak Japanese. I'll do that. Mazu, Mada, Six of Swords. So this, like, something coming through smoothly, but again, it came out and right on top was this Three of Swords. Three of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Empress. My. We'll get to you. On the bottom is the Page of Wands. So the beginning of a new creation. Who are you? The Ten of Cups. So this is where we're wanting to go. This is intention. So I'm hearing that where you are now with Six of Swords is, your Six of Swords is happening through the process that you've gone through this already. And so whether it's tragedy, trauma, turbulence, whatever it is, that's this painception that's coming through. Why am I having a really hard time with cards? I think it's not meant to be tarot. Five of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Cups. Okay, it's not going to be card by card. Death. The ease that you have with opening up and allowing the universe to meet you with your manifestation, actually unlocking that, is through, you're just done with squabbling. You've gone through the ups and downs of interpersonal relations where you decided to show up as like a badminton racket. Like if someone was being toxic or disruptive or rude or hateful, whatever it is, you couldn't just let it go. You couldn't let that die. You had to volley with it. And now you're continuing this energetic exchange, and the more you go, the more intense it gets. And now you're wound up in it, and now you're hurting yourself because you're continuing a conversation that you know deep down, one form or another, will be and is already a fight. It's a conflict. Yet you're choosing to commit yourself to this because although this crow is being stabbed 3 times with these swords, I see the sword coming out the back, and what I'm hearing is you're still the center of attention. And for some people, and like we all go through flows and states, and like healing from trauma, especially things like CPSD, child trauma, intergenerational trauma, it's just, it can be hard to get the motor running on this boat. I understand that, right? And so there's, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. When you're in these darkened healing states, there's no such thing as bad attention, right? And so what you're learning is how to communicate so that you're not volleying with people. It's actually based on this emotional equilibrium, is what I'm hearing. そしてここは心がいる。そしてその時で何がこの不思議が頭の So I'm hearing that these stars are, as I'm like circling my head, but you can't see, they are around her. And so it's not necessarily about crown chakra, although I'm having the thought come to mind of Antakarana, and that being that from your, don't quote me, but being from your crown, connecting in with source, plugging into that stream of consciousness, that energetic flow. This is kind of, if you think about like airports, and they have those lights on the runway so planes know where to land. You, through what it is and how you're choosing to communicate differently, if I could just clarify. Yeah, 2 of Cups. This peace that you're walking with now, turning yourself away from squabbling and badmintoning with people, you are raising your vibration. And this came through in Scythe's reading yesterday with the horoscopes that had been in mine last week, talking about, are you the one, many, are you all? I think that was 444.7. And there's something about raising your vibration. And that means a lot of things to a lot of people, and I'm not here to tell you what it means for you. Again, I'm a stranger on the internet, right? But through the work that you are doing with your emotional regulation nervous system, from observing your emotions to actually learning how to control them and be in the driver's seat of it. It's kind of like you're setting off flares to spirit that you are ready to receive the message. Onna no kokoro. And so with the devil here, it's like by turning this on your head, this is what gets you into the sky for this 10 of Cups. So what do I have on bottom? I have the 4 and 6 of Pentacles. It's very interesting. Again, leading to 10 Pentacles altogether, but it's about holding, squeezing onto, and then pettily giving. And I'm seeing it be like the dark is in the middle here with the light on top and bottom. The dark is on bottom here with the light on top. You're just shifting around, but you're doing the same thing. This is about holding on to power, right? Here with the Ten of Cups, I'm seeing this as that Antakarana. Is that in frame? And so down below you are these 5, oh, interesting. Down below you are these 5 crows. You've now surpassed the, like, I'll say emotional immaturity of others, but I'm really mindful that I don't want it to be like, you are better than other people because of blah, blah, blah. You know? We are all where we are, and other times we were in other places. And in future times, we will be in future places. So it's never about, what? Am I supposed to think I'm better than a 4-year-old because the 4-year-old hasn't had the, like, spiritual existence, awakening, and education and experience that I do? No. Why am I comparing someone according to their temporal experience, their placement in this, it's not linear, but this timeline that I look at a history book and they say this year to this year, right? Our worth is not expressed through the reflection of others. And so there's something about navigating that language of, it's totally chill to be able to take a moment, register that where you are is in a higher place than the relationships that you were volleying with. The people, and like by people, it could be politicians. It could be people in the news. It could be Nicki Minaj pissing you off, right? This doesn't need to necessarily be interpersonal. It could be you against the world, you against society, just being mad, and this came out in the previous reading, enraged, right? Being enraged by what it is that you see, but by continuing to fight these battles, I am seeing that yes, this is earthly and it's keeping you tied down. You're not able to have the option of flight, but I'm also seeing on these wands, I think it's like metal, like barbed wire, essentially. So the longer it is that you keep coming back to continue these perhaps one-sided conversations of rage, the more likely you are to get stuck in their trap. Okay, I think that is the message. Starseed Oracle, thank you. I don't normally need to put them around for my remembering, but yeah, okay, because anyway, I'm not here to wonder why things happen the way they do. It'd be a lot of wondering, and I just don't have the energy for that anymore. 7 Star Sisters and a New Earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Now, I'm going to read, I'll keep that upside right for you. I'm going to read this because for me, this message arrived at a specific time and I said, oh, I needed to hear that. Thank you. A New Earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Why don't I show you the card? Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here to be part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. And the inquiry here, the inquiry asks, how can you keep holding the vision? And I'm going to end this with my favorite quote that I've been sharing it with people in the comments like this past week, like more often. So it's the time for that. Nothing in nature blooms all year long, so do not expect yourself to do the same. Okay. Even if you're not floating above the stars, you are in the sky every day. We're all breathing oxygen. We are all in the air. And right now you're balancing the emotion meets sky. And yes, swords, thoughts around you are influencing your emotional stability. And I'm seeing here how calm the waters are. And I see this boat. So I'm seeing this shadow, right, of the crow boat and the person. But what's this? What is this perfect square in the water? Okay, so that is today's message, or right now's message. I might record some more. As always, thank you for watching. If any of this resonated with you or you found it interesting in any kind of way, you can like this video, comment down below, subscribe. In the description, you will find my link to the 444 Collective that's hosted on Substack if you want to go deeper and receive some messages that aren't public on YouTube. And as always, a friendly reminder that I am a stranger on the internet. So this is all just coming from a human's lips. It's not an instruction manual. My God, words have been hard. Okay. Toodles!